Hey, so I want to talk to you about a really important dream I had recently. I was walking into this Atlantean healing temple, and I've been there before. So I had been introduced to it at Lionsgate Time last year in Florida. And so as I went in, I was met with a council, and I was kind of surprised, like, what am I doing here? And they said to me, we really need to show you work that needs to be done. And I said, okay. And I went into this chamber, and my entire body and outer energy field lit up. And what I saw was a ton of symbols. Some that I recognized, most I have no clue what they are. And I was like, well, what is this? And they said, we want you to understand that through lifetimes, you have done so many things, and each of these things have brought symbols into your form. And the symbols themselves are not necessarily a problem. Some symbols are a problem. But what is a problem is the fact that so many of the symbols have been hijacked. So it's like, if you think about like a Reiki symbol. So when you take Reiki, you get initiated with a symbol, and it gets put into your energy field, and it's something that you can call on when you're doing healing work. Now imagine that said symbol has been hijacked. It has had a virus per se, like inserted into it, so that when you access it, you also access something else. And it could be something like crippling doubt. It could be something that makes it so that the symbol itself doesn't actually work the way that it's supposed to, which then of course would bring in doubt on the part of the healer for sure. And that's just one small example. So I was like, okay, what do we do about this? And they said, well, first, we would like to begin working with you to remove the symbols that are not necessary for you, and to begin the process of really kind of doing like a virus check, making sure that all the coding that goes with the symbols that I've received through eons of lifetimes, right, are exactly what they're supposed to be. So that there isn't anything nefarious, there isn't anything blocking, there isn't anything that is going to make it so that I am not able to access my fullest version of self. So I agreed, and they asked me like a good 3 times. They said, are you sure you are ready for this? I said, yes, I'm ready. And I asked one time, I said, why do you keep asking me for permission? And they said, well, we understand that, you've had a lot going on. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it about this time period now? And it really has a lot to do with that in-between time period between the 7-7 and the 8-8, and just how potent this time has been with unraveling programming. And not only unraveling, but really just seeing it, right? So they're saying, we would like to assist you with this because this is the type of programming. So I agreed to it. What I noticed in my form was definitely hip and back ache. Tailbone would sometimes ache. But I would say that the biggest thing was this feeling of, I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. I don't know what world. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Everything that had been completely kind of clear in my mind, nada. Absolutely nothing was clear. Everything felt hazy and lost for a little bit of time. So and then from there, it was like, I would connect in. I'm like, am I supposed to feel this way? And they would say, some of your symbols were foundational, and your foundation is changing. So I just wrote it. And then what I did is that now I'm finding that there is this calmness, there is this surety to me. Like, not that I think that everything's perfect, because it's not, but there's like this knowing that is here without me being able to define it. It's like, it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be okay. And even if I don't have the answers, I'll get the answers eventually. if I even need the answers. And so it is a huge shift in how I think, how I work, and it was a really great decision. So one thing that has been asked of me is to offer this assistance during Lionsgate. So I am offering a healing. And during this healing, I will be the bridger between you and the temple. And I'm going to work on that human form. Because sometimes it feels that spirit forgets what it's like to be in this body, to be in this space, and to have to live in physicality. So that's my job. And so I'm going to be offering the healing for Lionsgate. I'm going to be back in Sarasota. I did that purposely to be with that Stargate for Lionsgate and the Atlantean Healing Temple. And then I'm offering an integration. So that is actually going to be held on 8/17. And if you do the numerology of 17, that's also an 8. So while the Lionsgate portal won't be open anymore, we can still access the energy of it on the 8/17. And so that healing is a smaller healing, but it's more of like a check-in. How's your energy field? How are you doing? How do you feel? Grounding people back in, sending the frequencies and the fields and the things that people need in order for them to accept continuously the rewriting of the symbology that has been in our world. And as we know, symbols are everything. And so we often look at symbols and we say, oh, okay, a symbol means this. Well, what if it means this and it means something that the complete opposite, something that we don't want? So it's the clearing of that from our field. So if you're interested in this healing, the link is going to be in the comments. Please sign up. I think it is going to be really life-changing, because I know that it has been for me. And I'm glad to be able to offer the work and be the container for this healing. So if you have any questions, please let me know.